All right, and we are now recording. We will be starting on the bridge of the Hadfield. You currently, yeah, it's Jacoby. Um, not Biss. What's his name? What's that officer's name? Bisbee.
Bisbee.
Yep, Bisbee is on at the science console. Actually, currently he's at operations. Um, that's really about all we've got. Because everyone else is down on the planet's surface. There are also a few unnamed officers working the various back terminals. You again are currently in orbit of Vulcan.
Okay. We've just seen some stuff, right? I
Yes.
got stabbed.
Did you get stabbed?
Did I get stabbed?
I remember someone got stabbed. I just don't remember who.
I think I got stabbed. I think I got stabbed.
That's
So,
probably who it was. Yeah.
Somebody got stabbed.
huh?
No, you didn't get stabbed.
Oh no, you're over in the caverns of Jorky times.
Yeah. Let me look it up.
It's like Gun has to have his memory flashback. God damn it.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, someone got stabbed. I just can't remember who.
I think it might have been Joyza.
So, you are currently on the bridge, and Joeza is currently down in the brig, getting our new guests all settled in nice and cozy.
Okay. Lieutenant, we
Yes.
haven't had a chance to catch up on the events. Did you manage to secure anything from the embassy?
As an information, sir?
Yes, as an information, Lieutenant.
Yeah, I interviewed a couple people, spoke with a friend of the ambassador, and yes.
And?
He had no known enemies, but no particular friends either. At the night he was assaulted, he wasn't particularly anxious at all, and
But he did want to get off the planet.
yeah, and he was wanting to. However, he was wanting to leave the planet, but the people I spoke to believed that wasn't related to him being stalked or anything of the sort. They didn't believe he was in trouble.
I see. Well, I have. I think I was about to tell you this before we got into action. The Romulan embassy visit actually went surprisingly well. They confirmed essentially that it was not the work of Tal Shiar. However, we are working with terrorists, and since we found our friends down at the brig, we know exactly what terrorists they are. And to prevent happening on this ship, computer, red alert, actually yellow alert, lock all non of their quarters, monitor everyone going in or out of any sort of room, report any inaccuracies.
Yeah, you have something you have something for that. That's called security alert.
Yes, computer, security alert.
Very well.
Because last time they were on the ship, Lieutenant, bomb on my ship.
Mm-hmm.
Not again.
All right. In which case, give me a presence security roll, assisted by the ship's computer security. Difficulty of 2.
Presence.
Difficulty of 2. Basically, you're creating an advantage to put the ship on a security alert, ready to act in case something happens.
Will my focus and hazard awareness work?
Yes, I will allow that. And I'm going to take my threat. Currently, it's only 8 threat.
I made it.
Okay, see if the ship gets you a momentum. Computer
Alright,
security.
of course. Set.
Nice. You gain a momentum.
Sweet.
So, let me... Hold on. As it's the red alert sound, but it's slightly quieter. As the ship goes into something of a not a security lockdown, but the ship is on a heightened sense of security awareness. You have an advantage now.
Okay. Well, until Juez is really the one gonna be doing the interrogations, I suggest you move over to the cave.
The what? Oh, the cave?
The cave.
Okay. Let me just stop that. Okay. We cut down to... I know I've got some ambience for this as well. We cut down to Commander Valak, Lieutenant Rugan, and Dr. Miseli, who even I know Miseli isn't here, but for the purposes of things, she is there. As you are wandering through the caves.
It's like I believe we literally left off right where I had some weird memory fun.
Yeah, you are currently all standing in... Oh, I remember. You are in this big semispherical chamber with sand all around you.
I believe I'll be alright. Have we checked the sand in any way? Perhaps. I'll just attempt to put one foot on the sand.
Okay, you put a foot on the sand.
And if nothing happens, I will just step again.
Nothing happens.
Alright.
I hate sand.
It's rough, it's coarse, and it gets everywhere. We made this joke last time, guys. Come
Of
on.
course, rough, irritating, and it gets everywhere. Yes, I know, but still.
I
Come
like
on, if I
here.
can't do etiquette,
Here,
my life
everything
will
is
go in
smooth.
Wait, no, hang on.
Very
Hang on.
well.
Give me a second. I think I can kind of do it. I hate sand. It's coarse. It's rough. It gets everywhere. So, yeah,
So
that,
close.
that all happened.
I believe we can proceed.
Yeah.
All right.
We shall attempt to move through the chamber.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way to the other end of the chamber. Whereas, yeah, there was an exit to that chamber on the other end.
Cool. Let's proceed cautiously through the exit.
All right. got next? Let's see, hold on. I knew I had a thing. Okay. As you're going down the hallways, you pass by another set of murals. Covered in Vulcan script. And depicting a number of figures.
What do you make of this,
Interesting.
Lieutenant?
I'm sure it is of some historical significance at the very least. Oregon is going to analyze this if we can.
I am considering this the first, because of how how screwed up everything got with this, I will consider this all part of that same exact set of testing a theory into practice that you had going last time.
Well, I kind of did that.
What did you say?
Well, kind of is, isn't it?
Let me see what the difficulty of this is going to
I
be.
just only one in the USS Hadfield.
Yeah, this is going to be reason science. Base difficulty is going to be 3.
Alrighty then. How many dice do we get off that?
I gotta remember I have to remember how testing a theory into practice works, because it's a whole thing. I think you get an extra die for testing a theory, and then the difficulty goes down by 1 for theory into practice, so it becomes difficulty 2, and you're rolling 3 dice.
Perfect. Alright then, I'll do that thing. Some science, you said?
Reason science. Sweet, you generated momentum.
Excellent.
So yes, this is very much something showing the life of Voreth, the disciple of Surak. More specifically, you gather from this set of murals that he was a very influential merchant during the time of Surak, which is again a very interesting matter because from what you know, the teachings of Surak very much eschewed the concepts of materialism. And so for someone who was a merchant in Surak's time to end up becoming one of his disciples really goes to show sort of the sway that Surak had in changing the Vulcan mindset at the time.
Oh, this is simply fascinating.
How so?
Did you say something, Rugan?
Yes, indeed. Rugan is in fact going to communicate this to his... Again, interesting. It does in fact seem to show the life of ethic, though they appear to have been a merchant, which is quite in contrast with Surak's teachings.
Indeed. Well, record what we can and move on. We still need to find,
And as you all continue down these hallways,
Well, it'd be best to move onwards.
yes, you continue down the hallways, and slowly the murals begin to curve, and they sort of twist as you now find yourself in a hallway with no longer murals, but sort of these spiral stone carvings winding down the wall. And Give me an insight science check. Difficulty of 4.
Is that still using such?
No, it is not.
Yes, I figured. I'm likely going to need a bit of help for this one, but
Alrighty.
alright, so that's rolling through.
So you're gonna take a momentum?
Yes, indeed I am. And I'm afraid I don't have quite anything that'll work as a focus. I'm not sure I can make that if it's a difficulty.
No, you do not.
All I've got to do is just try it and focus. Well, that's not good.
That's very much it's very much bad. So you walk down this hallway and you're sort of running your hand along these curvatures, and then you stop. You feel this reverberation just sort of pass over you. And you look around, and your hand's no longer resting on sort of this curved stone walling. Instead, you're passing your hand over a very cold metal counter. And you are not in this cave anymore. You are... Didn't think I was going to get another use out of this. You are currently walking around the inside of the Klingon embassy. You remember this place.
Well, that's interesting.
You grew up here. This place was like a second home to you. I mean, sure, you always had the family dwellings that you were granted as the family of the ambassadors, but you know, this was really where you spent a lot of your time, talking with diplomats and the like that would come in and out of this embassy on a daily basis. It wasn't that long ago. It's only been a few years since the last time you walked out of those doors, and, well, to be completely honest, you didn't think you were going to come back.
Indeed, we sure am back now.
And then you hear the voice. Ah, there you are, my son.
Man is going to look towards
And there is your mother. She hasn't aged a day.
Well, now the Klingon side of him's going, but the Vulcan side is saying there's likely some form of illusion or psychic energy in this place.
It has been so long since we have last had you here. Have you gotten it all out of your system now? Did you say something? You cut out. Rugan? It's not just me, right? Can anyone else hear him?
Nah, he's
Uh,
doing his Rugan thing.
well, I'm not fucking to me.
What?
Good now. Go for it.
Oh, dear. That's
Messing with you.
They made me fucking laugh.
Got him.
Got him.
Indeed, I was not expecting to return
Now then.
so soon as it were.
Now then. Are you finally ready to pick up where we all left off? You need to join us in bringing honor to the Rugan house, Roth. And you remember just, it's one of those things that parents do where, oh, they shorten your name because, oh, how cute. Your mother never called you, would never call you Roth Talk except when she was mad.
Well, that makes sense.
Roth-Talk.
So because she's a Klingon, so normally then.
Yeah, but a mother's a mother.
Indeed. So no.
Now, I believe there are some matters that we need to attend to. There are some packages that we need delivered to some folks who have not seen our way on a few issues between the Empire and the Vulcan delegations. They need to be made to understand.
Indeed, I can imagine as such.
Huh. What's brought about this change? Normally you would stamp your feet and refuse.
It is I will admit, it is a very strange day as of so far.
Maybe those
And-
Vulcan teachings are finally starting to kick in.
Perhaps they are.
Now, Valak? Rugan is
Yes.
just totally spacing out.
Lieutenant?
Poke him in the nose.
You just poop.
Hey, I need
Lieutenant,
that to
can you
smell
hear me?
with.
Lieutenant, can you hear me? Just
Lieutenant does not appear to be responding to you.
going to go ahead and just tap him on the shoulder.
No response.
I will shake him just a little bit.
Nothing. You're not getting any kind of physical response out of him. He's just staring straight ahead. So, he'll stare into your eyes if you stare straight into his eyes, but it's like he's looking past you.
Can I scan him real quick?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Give me an insight medicine difficulty 3.
Oh boy.
I wish the doctor were here for this.
Can I use that momentum?
Sure.
I don't think I have anything that's going to help here.
No.
unless the power of music will help.
Nope. Okay, I will tell you this much. You are picking up increased brain activity. But readings are super inconclusive.
Yeah, makes sense for me. I will give it just a little bit. And if he does not respond, let's say in 5 minutes, I will attempt to do a mind meld because I gotta snap this out of it and we gotta move.
Okay, give me a control. I'm gonna say control command, difficulty of 2.
I will give you a threat for a die.
I will gladly take a threat for a die. There you go. As Rugan, you find yourself walking out of the Vulcan embassy, and your mother is about to hand you a package when she looks up at the horizon. It looks like a sandstorm is rolling in, and she says, "No, you will not take him. He must be purged of his emotional turmoil. You will not take him. You will not." And the sand just washes over the two of you, and Rugan, as the sand clears from your eyes, you're standing back in the tomb. Valak has his hand up on your brow.
I believe there to be more at work here than we initially anticipated.
Okay, I will immediately let go. Just, Lieutenant, it's good to hear from you again. I take it you saw something.
Indeed, I believe that to be the case.
So far, nothing too serious has happened. I think it best we press on. But
Indeed.
do your best to keep your mind closed.
Aye, sir. It is best if we either leave or continue on our present course. Staying here.
I'm gonna ping Jueza.
So yes, continuing on.
Yep, and you will be continuing on. It's more so just I don't have much more for you guys. I figured we'd be doing stuff on the ship, but I need Jueza.
No sign of what the Mel?
Yeah, you guys. Well, I mean, you
Yeah.
guys have been following vague traces of Mao's trail, but you haven't come across her yet.
Okay,
You guys have been going
but we're
down.
we're,
You
we're
guys have been going for
like,
maybe
we're-
25 minutes.
gotcha. And we still have at least vague traces, so we know we have took a wrong turn.
Yeah, no, you have traces. Yeah, you've been following her trail.
Cool.
Hmm. I know. So yes, here's what I'll do then. You continue, and you find yourself in a room with a spiral staircase heading straight down. You found there are a lot of spirals in this place. A lot of very helical architecture to this building, which is very makes a lot of sense, given sort of what the Vulcan writing and Vulcan architecture is very much like. It's a lot of curves.
Okay.
So there's sort of this spirally staircase there, but it's a little steep.
Well, Lieutenant, I suppose we shall have to try the stairs, but given the age, walk with caution. And I will attempt the steps.
Okay, I want both of you to give me control command checks, difficulty 2 each.
Howdy ho.
Hey, Jueza.
Howdy-o, neighbor.
A hi ho.
Now we just need Rugon to give us a control command difficulty 2 check.
Alright, control command, I can do that.
You guys are supposed to be back in.
Not very well, but I can.
Oof. Yeah, that's a no on both ends. So as you guys are going down the stairs, something's weird about this staircase. Even though it feels like the staircase is the same as you're going down. It feels like it's the slightly steeper than usual staircase is getting steeper and steeper and steeper, and oh hey, now you're falling down these stairs to the bottom, and you are both gonna take.
You just fall down.
Whee!
Rugon, fall down, go boom.
What?
Valak, you take 2 stress. Rugon, you take 3 stress, and you are all knocked to the ground. That
Rugon, fall down, go boom.
that wasn't fun. And you pull yourselves to your feet, and you look back up at the stairs, and those stairs were fine.
Well, Lieutenant, are you all right?
Indeed, I believe so.
And we'll say for the sake of it, Doctor looks you over. No, appears that there's no lasting damage.
Cool. Well, let's proceed as
Okay.
if we don't catch up with her soon, we might need to head back.
Mm-hmm. And as you continue on your way, we cut back up to the bridge. Come on.
Whoa, we're back at the.
Yeah, we're back at the bridge.
That we are.
And I completely lost the jukebox tab for some reason. That's bizarre.
back to the bridge.
Yep.
Captain, now I'm telling you, you're using the wrong chaser.
So actually, what I started you guys off with was you were down in the brig helping our new guests into the brig, getting them all set in. While you were down there getting them all set in, the captain notified you and the rest of the security departments that he was bringing the ship to a security alert, meaning that everyone in your department is now to be on even higher alert.
Okay.
So I thought I would notify you that has happened. But
who are the guests again?
You've just finished.
The guests are the terrorists, Romulan terrorists.
Oh.
You're gonna be doing the interrogation, but just 1 second. Myself and Lieutenant Zonin will go down to the observation lounge to watch the interrogation. But in the meantime, Ensign, is he an ensign? No, Chief Watch Officer Bisbee.
Yes, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. Bisbee is a Benzo, so I have to do the voice. Yes, Captain.
Send a message to our away team currently on Vulcan and request a status update. If there are terrorists on Vulcan, I'd rather not them get caught. Ping me as soon as you get something back.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Excellent. Lieutenant Zonin, let's head down to the observation lounge and watch Chief Kiji work his...
Yes, sir.
And I assume... and for the purposes of this, we'll put...
Whoa! It's Biss.
Yeah, gonna put him on the bridge so that he can take up the chair.
So that's what he looks like.
Force of nature.
Yeah. So, he'll take up the chair while the two of you go down.
Oh no.
I'm just trying to decide where I'm gonna put this, because I don't actually have, like, a brig.
Security room.
I don't know if we have one of those either.
We do. Should do, at least.
Bring
us to the lab, then. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just give me a minute. Give me a minute. I feel like there is one. I just need to put my hands on it. Here.
So while he's hunting that down, what is it we're trying to find out from these terrorists?
Well, they murdered somebody. So, potentially why?
Who did they murder?
The ambassador.
The ambassador. Yep.
An ambassador.
Yeah.
More specifically.
Yeah, there's tons of
Federation ambassador, or
the Vulcan ambassador.
Yeah, just a Vulcan diplomat who has played role of ambassador before. This one. This one could work. This one could work. Give me a minute. I just gotta switch to the proper... great. Oh, those are all in the GM layer, so I can work with that. Okay, I will put us on this map. Not the best, but it'll do the job. Pay attention only to the right side of things. Sort of ignore this
Okay,
whole...
I'm assuming there's a glass window we can look through, perhaps, or a camera.
Yeah, let me set up. Let me freehand draw a... That do it.
Okay.
And then I'll throw. And zone in. And are you bringing?
Yes.
What's your? No, I'm talking to myself as I bring in the tokens. Jueza.
Yes.
How many of these folks are you bringing in for interrogation? Because there were 4 of them.
I'll bring just one in.
All right.
I'll tap the before anything begins. Chief, nothing's being recorded. I'm giving you a blank. Don't go too far now.
Wow. I thought you said you were giving me a blank check.
Okay.
Just stay within limits of reason, Chief. I don't want any body parts.
Very good, sir. There will be no body parts on your ship.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate. So I'm just using this as the token, mind you. He's not wearing the mask right now. He is. You've taken the mask off of him, and he looks Vulcan.
Okay. Have we done any medical checks on him to see if he is in fact Romulan or some mix of Vulcan Romulan or?
No, you haven't had. You haven't ordered. You at this point haven't ordered any of those tests done yet.
So I would, before I start the interrogation, request a medical tech to basically draw blood to
Or do a medical
analyze
scan.
it. Yeah, whatever is required.
Okay. So
Basically, give me the rundown.
So in that case, I assume you're going to activate medical NPC.
If that is okay with the power.
Yep. Got I don't want to butcher that name. The nurse practitioner.
Okay, you'll bring in the nurse practitioner.
Because we don't need a surgical nurse right now.
Yeah, Lieutenant Jarothrak.
That one.
Yep. And while I'm doing this, feel free to discuss in the Discord text chat what you want to give her. Because now that she's in the scene and in a new episode, she gets a new thing. Oh, God.
Dorians.
Huh?
Just, we have a lot of Andorians on.
We have 3. But that is a larger mix than some.
Perhaps something to do with genetics? I don't know. I just.
How about specialization in blood work or test or diagnostic tests?
Let me see what she's got. Or you could give her a talent. Because she doesn't have any talents.
That is true.
And let me quickly grab my books, actually. Because while I'm at it, I should grab my books.
Up to you guys what you put on her.
Maybe cautious medicine? Is that a talent?
What
Yep,
is?
that is one, but I don't know. The cautious medicine, but I don't know. That seems bland and boring. Let's make her just crazy eccentric somehow. I don't know.
You could just give her, you could give her daring medicine.
Okay.
That's an option.
Sure, let's do
Let
that.
me just quickly see.
So we can give lots of threat to the.
Hold on, I just want to see what she's got for. Let me just say. I guess the question is what kind of Hang on. Ooh, that'd be a kind of a neat one. You could give her the fellowship specialty of xenobiology, because xenobiology is a focus she has. You could give her the fellowship specialty, and what that does is you select a focus. When you succeed at a medicine task where that focus applies, the cost of the create advantage momentum spend is reduced by 1 to a minimum of 1.
Sure. Why not?
That's an option, although that's kind of something that's better for a player character.
Yeah, I would mention that'd be more.
I'm looking over some things. Healing hands. Heal medic. And you don't feel free to give her something even if it's not relevant to the scene at hand.
Yes, but if it's relevant to the scene at hand, then it helps us.
Yep. You could
See
give
what
her
I'm-
daring medicine and use it in this very scene.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just gonna make it's simple,
Yep, that's fine.
and
In
it's
that case,
different than
Oh, and I
everyone
get
usually-
another 2 threat because Jueza popped in. And you're giving me another threat?
Sure.
Okay. You called for me, Captain.
I need a full workup on the prisoner here. And when you're done with him, gonna need one for the other prisoners and a comparison of all the readouts. Let me know if there's anything that sticks out to you or could be used.
Yes, what he's...
Understood.
Oh.
Well, give me a moment. I'll see what I can do. And she walks over and she takes out her medical tricorder and she starts running it over. She starts running it over him. This will be... Hang on, damn it. Oh, I screwed that up. This will be Insight Medicine, difficulty 2. You don't get any kind of assistance from the ship for this, because you're not doing this in sickbay.
Okay, and does xenobiology work?
Yes, xenobiology definitely works here.
And why not? We'll use our nice new talent.
Yep. You'll give me a threat.
And
then.
we'll give.
Hold on, I'm slowly reloading. Roll 20. Come on.
Well, damn. Do I want to re-roll that 0 and see if we could get even more?
Oh yeah, we're bold. Remember?
Uh-oh. I'm afraid. Is my entire episode just about to come unraveled?
No, it's good.
Nope. So just 4.
Just 4. Okay. She runs her tricorder over this Vulcan-looking man, and turns to you, Captain, and he says, "Captain, this man is not a Vulcan. It's very well disguised. using using top of the line surgical techniques, but this man is a Romulan.
Truly,
Wait.
nurse, they have to go through very difficult surgical procedures to disguise themselves as Vulcans?
No, the
Truly?
surgical procedures themselves aren't difficult, but whoever did this went to great efforts to hide their work.
Before on the ship, they blew a hole in it. Anything else you can tell us, nurse? Bloodworks?
Let me see. You could spend a momentum to.
How much did we get from this?
What I just gave you is what you get from this.
No. How did we get from this roll?
What? Oh, how much did you get
How
from that
much
roll? I said it was
momentum
a
did we get
difficulty
from
2,
this
so
roll?
if you roll
Yes.
4 successes, you get 2.
Yep. Yeah, we have to.
I'm sure, yeah. Dump momentum there.
What do you want to ask?
Bloodworks toxicology reports. Is this man on drugs and is this man sane?
I haven't detected any untoward substances in his blood. Nothing suggesting that he's under the influence of anything.
Okay, nurse, and is he sane? Can you determine that?
Oh, that's something that I couldn't begin to tell you. That's something I'm not even going to make you spend a momentum for that. That's something that a skilled psychologist would need to spend at least a couple of weeks working on. I'm not nearly qualified to give you any kind of psychological diagnosis on this man.
Of course, we've got all these machines and none of us can tell us if a person is sane. Nurse, you're dismissed. Thank you very much. Chief, he's Romulan. Big surprise.
Nurse, before you go, if you would also check the others, compare, see if they're Romulan.
Of course. Now that I know what I'm looking for, it should be child's play.
Good.
I'll be right back.
Report back to my com badge once you find out.
Yes, sir. And she leaves. I'll be right back.
Damn Romulans. They ruined Romulus.
I thought a sun going supernova ruined Romulus.
Blub blub blub.
Whoop, 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 whoop. So I'm just wondering how these guys tie into the craziness that is spooky cavern time. Like,
Soon to be, if we even get to finish this episode today.
oh, don't you bring that on us. You're no longer in embassies or getting thrown out of them. We know who did this. Now it's not crazy fun and interrogate them.
Still mad I got thrown out so easily. It's embarrassing, you know.
Oh, well, you tried hitting on the Klingon woman. Again.
Boy.
You wouldn't stop hitting us all through your
I'm back.
Oh, okay. Welcome back.
Sorry. Okay. Where were we?
Interrogation.
Okay. So how are you gonna start this?
So I will very
Pimp slap.
walk into the room, come over into the chair, sit down. Good day, sir. Let's see. What's your name again?
You're not getting a name from me.
Well, that's not very logical. What could giving a name to me hurt you?
We both know what you want here, and I'm not telling you anything.
But by not telling me anything, you tell me quite a bit.
Oh, am I now?
Oh, yes. It tells me that you are someone who is scared. Something that I'm afraid you've already done.
I don't begin
And
to
after
make...
all, look around you. It's not going to be carrying out your plan now, is it?
Oh, our plan has already succeeded.
Oh, yes, yes, I know. It's already sick. You know, I don't
You don't what? You
I
cut
don't
out.
believe that you succeeded. I think you're just saying that to boost your because you're so worried that you failed.
Give me a presence security opposed. And I can't do it right now because unfortunately Roll20 is still reloading for me and is being ungodly slow for some reason. So I am gonna have to roll for this manually.
Good.
Ooh, nice.
All right.
Physical dice time.
I'll take that last momentum here.
Okay, and
Okay,
and
momentum,
just
momentum.
remind me of this for when everything's loaded back in. I'm also spending a threat.
And I'm also going to focus interrogation.
Huh? Did you say focus interrogation?
Yeah.
Yep, that works. And let me see one thing. Look at this book. Let me make sure I'm using... It's one of those... I want to make sure I'm using the right stat block for this. Because I think I do have a... It's one of those... I think I've actually got a stat block. Nope. Nope. None. I said insight security, I think. Okay, so that's...
Well, you said you
Yeah, presence. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No, for you it's presence. I'm talking about my guy.
Oh,
So
okay.
yes, it's presence
Going back
security,
to presence.
opposed by his insight security.
Okay, 2 successes.
Okay, that does it. You generate a momentum.
All right,
Okay.
so we get
There
our
goes.
momentum back.
No, we couldn't have failed. We made sure to we made sure to be very, very careful about things. I mean, only one person figured out our plans and he's been taken well care of.
Ah, well, that. Who was that?
And the moment you say that, he stops and realizes, god damn it, I said it, didn't I? He doesn't say that, but it's
Well, I
you know what I mean.
appreciate
It's like the look on his face is the oh god damn it,
Yeah.
I said that, didn't I?
Yes, yes, you did say that. I'm afraid. Not bad for a Romulan, you know. And what will the others think when that you've already started to talk? I don't think they're going to be
And
very happy with you. I don't think they're going to be happy with you at all.
And he starts giving out a laugh. He says, "Do you think I care what happens to me?"
Maybe not too, but I suppose that you have a honor and duty that you adhere to as a Romulan, and your loyalty to the cause is important to you, isn't it?
Loyalty,
Now,
honor.
how is your legacy when it gets back that you betrayed the cause?
Loyalty, honor. Oh, such petty concepts are nothing before the great overwhelming force in this universe that is that of chaos. And I'd like you to give me an insight command check. Difficulty of 2.
Oh shit.
Just to get a read on this guy.
Do you want that moment?
Yeah, I'll
hang
take
on,
that.
I'm watching him. Can I roll as well?
It'll be a separate roll. You can both roll it, sure. But they'll be separate rolls.
Now, does my interrogation focus still apply?
Yes, absolutely yes.
Okay.
God, I hate Roll20 right now. I don't know why it's not loading.
Oh no!
Am I going to like this?
I knew this was going to be a disaster.
2 complications.
Oh my god. Yes.
A single success and 2 complications.
I mean, Jueza, do you have a value?
Let's see here. Either brimming with confidence.
What are your other values?
Possibly self-centered. A freedom fighter, so perhaps able to recognize them a little better.
What's your final one?
Bajorans need more respect.
Man, those are some real specific values. It'll be great when I can finally use one of them.
Okay.
But
Actually, I've been able to use them quite.
Yeah, actually, you have done pretty well with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say no. I can't think of any of those values coming into play here. Cause what did you spend a momentum? Something. Oh, and I gotta remember, I spent a threat.
2.
Okay. Gotta think of what I'm gonna
But
do.
you just possibly got a much back?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it as threat for now, but I think I know what I'm gonna spend one of those complications for later. But you both failed. And so what that tells me, interestingly enough, is Jacoby, you're not able to get a good read on this guy as to what he's, what he's thinking, what his beliefs are, what he's fighting for, what he wants, why he's even here. Jueza, you realize that, and for the captain, you've had people that you can't read before, that you don't know what's going on in their head, especially with people like this who have mindsets that are so drastically different from your own. But Jueza, you can't get a read on this guy. That's bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, these types of fanatics, you're usually able to figure out what their end game is, what their tactics are. You actually have no idea what game this guy is playing. He might want to be here, he might
Alright.
not.
And I'll look at. You know, I can read you like a bird. Blatantly obvious.
I'm gonna spend 2 threat here. And
Call his
and
bullshit.
No, and he just looks at you, and just this, saw that he was laughing, a little bit earlier. His face has gone completely flat, and he just looks at you and says, "No, you haven't." And it's one of those, with the complication I've created, it's one of those, you both know.
Alrighty, well, perhaps one of your colleagues more useful.
Indeed. I like to think that some of my superiors also know what they are doing. And he smiles, and at that moment, Captain, I'm gonna spend 2 more threat. Captain, your comm badge chirps.
Go for Jacoby.
This is Lieutenant Jirothrak. I'm down in the brig right now. I've got something I think you're gonna want to see.
Very well, nurse. I'm on my way.
Okay.
Lieutenant Tizona, you coming along?
Sure, why not?
Alright, let's get it going.
I'm just trying to... It's one of those, I'm trying to think of what I want. Will this one work? No, this one will not work, because I don't know why it's not showing it. Oh, this might do the job. Just gonna put these on the GM. I'm gonna put there's some tokens from another game here. I'm just putting these on the GM layer for now, because I don't have anything. It's one of those, I don't have anything better to use here. We'll just use this as the brig for now. And imagine that each of these little rooms is a brig cell. Just, go with it.
Alright.
Who's going down to the brig?
Some nice brigs. Myself and Lieutenant Tizonin.
Captain, I keep telling you, we're treating these prisoners way too nice.
They don't actually look like this. They're standard brig cells. I just don't have anything for it at this very second. I might have something like next week. Which I probably should, because you guys actually use the brig quite a bit. And let me pull in the icons for them. There's the one here. There's the one here. The one here. I'm gonna ignore the fact that those are on the GM layer there. I'm gonna bring in Rothrak. And japed ya. You see that Lieutenant Zerothrak is there, and right behind her is one of the cultists, and he is holding a phaser to her head.
What? Yes, of course.
Now,
You don't want to do this, son.
I think we both know the game that I'm trying to play here, Captain.
You don't want to do this, son. You'll regret it.
Oh, but I think I do.
Is it worth? I'll get a bit closer to him. Is it worth dying for a cause like yours? Really worth dying?
Oh boy, you gotta you got a bit closer. Give me a presence security difficulty 2 check, and I am going to spend a spend a threat to increase the complication range by 1.
Okay. Focus and hazard awareness apply.
I'll allow it.
Take a threat back as well.
Oh, you're giving me a threat again.
Out of curiosity, does Kiji know this is going on?
Not
Failed.
currently.
Yeah.
You get a reroll.
No, I can't because I have bold command, not bold.
Oh. That's right. In that case, what I'm gonna do here is he is going to he was holding it up, pointed at her head. Now he is pressed it against her head. Not one more move, Captain. We both know the game we are
It's
playing.
my It's my ship, you terrorist. I get to move around on it as I damn well please. Now release, talk to me like a man. Or are you a coward who hides behind women to accomplish his goals?
Oh, how insulting, Captain.
I once thought that Romulans were honorable people. I once admired them even to a certain point. You, however, prove exactly the opposite. You are scum, the dregs of humanity. Terrorizing innocent people for a cause that nobody but you believes, a cause that's pointless. Does this bring you happiness?
I see.
Do you feel?
You get it. It's all pointless. And he just, he presses it in a little more, and you see your head just sort of move to the side a little as he pushes it in. He said, "That's the entire point of all of this. Chaos is pointless, Captain. Now, my demands are very simple. You are going to give me a shuttlecraft, and I and this woman that I am hiding behind are going to walk out of here."
And if I say no to these demands, you'll do what? Kill her?
Well, I see you at least have a grasp of the situation. But, who knows?
Son, do you realize how many people there are in the Federation? Do you realize how many just like... The Federation is like a Hydra, son. You kill one head, and another will pop up. You can't kill us.
Hail Hydra.
You're weak.
Sorry. Well, you can give me your rhetoric all you want, Jacoby. At the end of the day, I have a hostage, and you don't.
That's Captain to you, worm. You don't get to use my name. You've not earned that right. Unhand her and face me like a man. And then we'll talk about it. You're the one with the phaser here, not me.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, give me a daring command, because, wow, this is ballsy. Difficulty of...
Balls to the walls.
Huh? Difficulty...
Can I convince you for presence because I am being very presentful?
Nope, this is daring. This is... You are...
Alright.
Nope, this is... You are trying to talk down someone who...
You are insulting this person who has.
You are... Not only are you insulting a person, you are insulting a hostage taker.
I got balls of steel, what can I say?
So I am going to first off spend 2 threat and bring the difficulty up to 4. and then going to spend another 2 threat and increase the complication range.
I'm going to use a value. The price of peace is vigilance.
I will allow that.
Or insatiable curiosity, because I just
No,
really want
price
to
of-
fight
pri-
insult a hostage taker.
Yeah, price of peace is vigilance. I'll play that. I can go with that.
And you're gonna take another 2 threats, so I can get a 3rd die. And you said the complication range was
It went up by 2.
by 2. Okay, so it's a 3.
Yup.
Did you say the difficulty was?
Difficulty is 4, but you've already bought 2 successes.
God. Do we have 0, right? Okay.
Yeah, we got nothing.
And you're gonna take another 3 threat, so I can get a 4th die.
Oh, I'm taking 3 more threat?
There you go. Get the fuck off my ship now, please. Thank you. That's 2, 4, 6. So I've generated 4 momentum. Get out.
No. Okay, so here's how I'm gonna do. You're the worst. You're the worst, Jacoby. And he says, well, I see you have some convictions in you after all. And he pushes the nurse away. I am, however, going to spend 2 threat. And as he does... Hang on. He pushes her away, and as he does... I had the sound effect queued up. Oh, God damn it. This is one of those... Why is it that the moment I need a sound effect, I can never find it? Come on, I know you're here. No. Sure. Huh, I guess we do not... I guess we don't have a phaser sound effect. Whatever. He pushes her forward, but as he does, he fires, and... Let me see... That's gonna be control security. Because he pushed her into the next thing. It's only gonna be difficulty 2, not 3, because he's not at close range. Come on. I almost have it. It's... I just saw it. Here it is. Saboteur. Control security, difficulty 2. With a phaser. It's 1. Nope. And he misses. Wait, no, I spent 2 threat? No. That's supposed to be a plot thing. So, no.
No.
He hits, and I am gonna roll the challenge dice for it, though. I'm only gonna roll the challenge dice. I'm not gonna make it automatically injure her. It's a phaser type 1, so that should be that. Ooh, you're lucky.
Oh crap!
That's almost an injury.
Well, that's not on me. That's not on me. That's on.
That's on her.
Yeah. Almost. You got her nurse shot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but
Well,
she goes. She doesn't go clattering totally to the ground, but she's like, she lets out a yell and, lets out a loud scream and just sort of drops to her knees. As the cultist makes a makes a book for it.
I'll shoot him. Actually, free move. Shoot.
Okay.
Free move. Control security. I'm gonna dunk 3 momentum.
Okay. Roll them.
I'm gonna regenerate momentum, but I'm gonna spend another momentum to negate that
Or two. You have to spend 2.
complication.
You have to spend 2.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
Okay, you did.
Yes, we
had
generated
one.
one. We generated one, and we had one. So,
Oh.
splitting it.
Well, no, you would
Rolling
have
fa-
generated 2 because you've got 4 successes.
Oh, so we still got one left. Okay. Cool.
So roll your phaser. That's 5.
And I'm gonna. Is it 2, 4, 5? Yeah. Sit the goddamn hell down.
I am, however, going to spend a threat to because I think that's how it goes. Is what's the? I'll make sure I get it next time. I'll just let you. I'll just let you. No. You know, I'm gonna spend 2 threat to keep him in the game. As you hit him, that hurts. He sort of knocks against the wall, but he keeps moving. Back to his. Huh?
Oh, I thought it was our turn again.
Well, yeah, because you just went, so it's back to him.
Does he have that talent? No, he doesn't have that talent.
So he is going to make an athletics roll. And oh dear, it's going to be difficult this time. So I'm going to spend a threat to give him a 3rd die, because it's not just difficulty 2 now, it's difficulty 3 because of that advantage you guys made earlier. God damn it.
Yes.
Ooh. Does he have a focus that applies? He might have a focus that applies here. If he does, then that's 2 successes.
But that's not enough.
Hang on.
He needs 3.
Well, yeah, I just rolled 1. I just rolled 1 die, but I have to see whether or not that's 2 successes or not. Is the thing of note. He does not have any focuses, so that's just 1 success. Okay. That's 1. That's 2. And that's 3. As he books it, and you don't see him anymore.
Nurse, are you alright?
Well, hang on. First off, it's Tizonin. Tizonin's up.
Oh, okay. Go after him, man.
Yeah, the Romulan made a run for it, and there's also the nurse who's in pain on the floor. You there, buddy?
'Cause
Let me.
Yo,
You there?
combat order, buddy. I shot the guy in the back for 5 damage, but threat was spent to keep him in the game. Go after him or don't.
shoot him.
Well, you don't see him anymore.
You
You
gotta
gotta
chase him.
run after him.
Either that, or there's also
He
the
has
nurse.
ran out of the room.
Yep.
Okay, alright, run after him. Do I tackle him or
Well, you
shoot
don't.
him?
Yeah, you have to catch up to him. You don't know where
Oh,
he
I'm sorry.
is.
What role?
Well, currently, I think the way this goes is you can move. It's one of those. I don't do a ton of ground combat, so I want to make sure I've got this right. There is a way that it's the amount that you move during ground combat is the question. Is the question I'm trying to address right now. Melee combat options: pass, ready, assist, recover, draw prone, movement within medium range. So, moves to any point within medium range. Yeah, I just gotta find the. So currently, you can move to anywhere in this room. You know that he went out through this door. But if you want to go anywhere further than this room, you'll need to make an athletics check. Or, well, that's a sprint check, which is a difficulty 0 fitness security task. I think it's success means that
Yes.
one additional.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go where I last saw him go.
Yeah, so it's character attempts a difficulty 0 fitness security task. Success means that the character moves one zone and one additional zone per momentum spent.
Okay. So, how many dice? Just
Just the two, yeah, and then you generate momentum, and then based on momentum, you just move, etc.
Yeah. You can spend more momentum
Okay.
to increase the amount that you have moved.
We generated 2 momentum. So where would that bring him exactly on the map?
He has currently gone out through here.
Well, if we give you the entire 2 momentum, do we get to catch? Does he get to catch up to him?
Yes, I will say so.
Done. All right.
Okay.
Zoom.
That,
Wow.
where I'm going to bring us next is something that I actually have a map for. Hang on. Why can I not see anything? There we go. As you take off after the guy, and it takes after barely managing to keep on his trail, and security officers who have been trying to follow in pursuit but aren't having any luck. They're sort of pointing you in the right direction, but you manage to run in the door as this cultist is making his way towards one of the shuttlecraft.
I zap him.
Gonna zap him. Okay. Control security. Difficulty 2. I'm going to spend a threat to increase the complication range by 1.
Okay, you're going to take this momentum, and you're going to take an additional 2 threat so he can get 4 dice. 4 dice, yeah.
Nice.
Let's do it.
He did it! Jesus Christ. He did it!
Okay.
Drilling in the corner 1 minute, zapping people the next.
Yep.
Alright, roll.
That is 2 stress. I just need to check. The only thing I need to check is how much total stress this guy's got. Because unless he only has 7 stress, that's not enough. Nope, that's not enough.
Oh man, but he took a wound. Come on.
Huh?
Never mind. He's got 10 stress, I presume?
I'm not going to tell you how much stress he's got. You've dealt him 7
Of course.
stress so far.
Out of curiosity, has anyone relayed all this to the chief of?
Whew. It's considering that Lieutenant Zonin is chasing. Yes. This is Captain Jacoby to the ship. We have a security.
Okay, so, well, hang on. First, he's got to do a thing. His turn. But yes, I will say that at the end of this, it'll be a new round, and by that point, word will have gotten up to you, Jueza.
Very.
So, this will be the end of the round. He is going to... Gonna spend a threat. And I know he's in here. Now that I've actually got access to things... Here it is. I need a control security. It's gonna roll 3 dice. Control security or engineering, either's the same, really. Actually, I'll make it... In this case, I'm making it daring engineering. For what he's trying to do here. That is... That's enough. As the door on the, as the little side door to the shuttlecraft opens up with a hiss.
Go in.
And now it is you guys' turn. Who wants to go first?
Can I do action?
Hmm?
Free action just... Or is that a full turn? would you
It
say?
is a movement action to move from one place on the ship to another.
Okay, no, but I want to send a ship-wide announcement.
In regards to what? Well, the ship is now aware that this guy has escaped. That security alert that you had set out earlier was like in preparation for this kind of thing. You're not going to get it much better than you've already got it. What you had done was created a complication to make it harder for him to get around, and he just barely scooched by it. So unless you want to do something
Okay,
else,
well
like
then...
call more security down to the... Are you trying to call more security
Yes,
to the...
yeah, I'll call more
Okay,
security
that's fine.
down, yes.
In that case, present security or daring command.
Okay, can somebody roll for him?
What? Oh, for can you not roll right now?
No, hang on. Present security, give me 1 second.
Or daring command, whichever is better.
There you go. Yeah,
Actually, they were both exactly the same. Oof. I am gonna take that 2 threat. Okay. His turn. He is going to attempt another one of these. Gonna spend a threat for a 3rd die. Yeah, you guys hear the humming of the shuttlecraft's humming of the shuttlecraft's engines. And more so, I'm going to spend 2 threat. You guys hear the humming of the shuttlecraft's weapon systems.
Oh.
They're gonna blow another hole in the ship, aren't they?
Get out of there!
The shuttle has weapons?
This is a Williams. Yeah, the shuttlecraft Williams has a phaser bank.
Don't all shuttles have face?
Not all shuttles have them. It's specifically a threat spend. But yeah, back to you guys. Nothing's happened yet.
Yes.
Do some. Shoot him.
Well, it's a shuttle. I can't shoot the shuttle
Well,
with the phaser right now.
Bust in there. Close the emergency doors. Don't let him out, man.
The door's already.
I mean, Tizonin, you could still run up to him and try to beat him up, yank him out of there.
The shuttle doors are open?
No, but you could still try to get in there.
Security override, bro.
Fine, I'll jump on the back of the shuttle and try to open the. If I get flung into space.
God. Oh god. Okay. That's an easy enough movement to action. Give me a control. Give me a control. Or no, sorry, daring engineering difficulty of 2.
I'm gonna use. Well,
Hmm?
am I using like to open it, or I'm trying to rip open like the door?
You're trying to access the door controls because whoever this is he's trying to he tried to lock the door behind him essentially.
Could I use a focus on
What focus?
cybernetics?
Oh, that's right. You can use your cybernetics here. Although it really doesn't apply to the situation because the ship isn't rolling. The ship isn't rolling, but just trying to think. Just looking at. I just want to look at your sheet. But yes, actually, I will allow your cybernetics to come into play here, as it sounds like that's what you're using. So that's how I'll let that. That's how I will let that go. Is for using your neural interface, I will allow your cybernetics focus to come into play.
Boop.
And it works. Door pops.
Open sesame. All right, I want to shoot him with the phaser again.
Those were both of your actions. Back to him, and he goes, "Oh, you brat!" And he pulls his phaser. He's gonna try and fire. Fortunately, it is more difficult for him because he is trying to fire in close quarters, so it is a difficulty 3. And I'm not even gonna spend any threat on this one. Oh my god. That's an oof. That's a hit. Oh!
Ouch.
Ouch. That is
Press F to pay respects.
that is an injury unless you want to. I think you can give me threat to avoid an injury or spend a determination to avoid an injury. Because that is 6 stress. Or would you like to just take the injury?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean,
I would.
Stop.
You can give him threat.
I don't know what you guys think. Threat
or you can
check?
use, or you can avoid injury by determination. But I definitely wouldn't go down to, Shuttle Bay.
I guess I'll
Hmm?
take the hit.
Oh, okay. And
Really?
you go flying, and ow, that is an ow.
I'm not gonna be caught on the freaking spaceship with some crazy. I didn't even want to jump on it in this place.
Oh, come on.
It would have been better to put like a level 5 shield around the shuttle bay and run out of there. And
So
try
they
to
can-
transport him out.
Okay,
But
it
then he
is
could
your
shoot up
guys'
the
turn
shuttle
again. So either Jueza or Jacoby.
Joeza, go.
Since I'm already in security station, I activate intruder controls and flood shuttle bay with anesthetizing gas.
Okay. Give me a control security difficulty 2.
Okay. Do we have a momentum?
No.
We do. I think we do.
We do?
Oh, did you?
Do we?
Maybe not. Got it.
No, we don't. No.
All right. I will give you a threat then for an extra die. What is the difficulty on this going to be?
2.
2.
Okay. And I will roll. Just thinking how I want to do this. He's gonna have to immediately make a check. A fitness medicine check. Ooh. Of equal difficulty in order to stay conscious. Oh, and he does not.
Good night, Sleeping Beauty.
As when mere couple minutes later, once the anesthetine is cleared, just because I like the imagery of it. Where is it? Characters. Not support. Captain.
Right.
Jueza. And Marth all burst into the shuttle bay, phasers drawn. You see Tazonin lying in the crumpled up against the bulkhead in the corner, phaser shot to the chest.
He's dead, Jim. Just kidding. Hold on.
Money. We need a nurse.
A doctor, just a nurse, you know.
Our doctor is on the away team. You.
And the nurse is also injured.
We have a
Computer,
second.
activate the EMH.
We have a second nurse practitioner. The hot George.
No, she's a surgical nurse.
Well, he clearly needs surgery.
Nah, I got
There you go.
walk it off. It's okay. I say as I'm dying.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
Chief?
say it. That looks bad.
Chief. Chief.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes. Drag this scum into the brig and keep him under constant super. You too, crewman Marth. I will be bringing Lieutenant Azone into the sick bay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you meant the Romulan. Okay, yeah.
I didn't break. I was stupid enough to, get shot. I don't deserve this.
Aye, Captain.
I don't deserve your kindness.
And
So yeah, I pick up the Romulan, very ungracefully throw him over my shoulder and carry him back to the brig.
Oof.
Oh, and I do a more thorough search than obviously was done the first time to make sure there are no other weapons.
well, no. The weapon he had on him was a Federation phaser.
Stole it from Jim.
Yeah, it's
Or the nurse is in on it.
That would.
The nurse could be a.
so. Yeah, Jacoby. There is currently a Lieutenant Tazonin lying rather. He does not look to be in a particularly good way.
On my back he goes, and into the med bay he goes as well.
First off, give me an insight medicine difficulty 1 check.
What do you know? This is a score of 10, boys.
Yeah,
hey.
yeah, you could get him moved. You might want to stabilize him first.
There's got to be emergency medkits somewhere in the shuttle bay.
Yeah, sure. Give me a insight medicine difficulty 1 check.
No, man, again.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, there's absolutely one there. Right in here. You gotta run and grab it, but you get
That's
it.
okay.
Get an
Cool.
emergency medkit.
We'll take bandages and some hyposprays full of like adrenaline or something, and let's pump him full of some drugs and get him on his feet.
Just pump him full of some drugs.
Yeah, that's
You're on the
all
way.
type of thing.
God.
A couple Advils and some water. Off you go.
God. Oh, that's so funny. Let me just find it. It's the. Hang on. I just need to see what the injury recovery. Hang on. Avoiding injury. Healing. Okay. Daring medicine difficulty 1.
Oh man.
Hang on. Oh wait, hang on.
You can do
Wait,
it.
hold on. Another character representing single character within reach. Hang on, just give me a sec. Okay, yes. So, daring medicine difficulty 1. And I will give you a reroll because you took the time to find a medkit.
Hey, hey. That's momentum.
Did you get momentum?
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
momentum.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, Tizonin's not gonna. He's stabilized at least. You've stabilized his you stabilized his neural functions. He might need definitely gonna need some hospital time, but he'll live.
Hey, remember, Andorians are susceptible to phaser infections.
Are they
Remember?
truly?
Remember in Enterprise where that one chick got grazed by a phaser from the resulting infection?
Well, that's a very interesting story, Lieutenant. But over my shoulder, you go and into the med bay, into the hands of more professionals.
Just let me die!
Shut up! You're not dying. Who the hell do you think you are giving me orders on my shit?
I'm
Shut
sad,
up!
that's what.
Stay alive. That's an order.
All I do is
Stay
give
alive,
funny
Bugsman.
one-liners.
Oh man. Oh man.
Nurse! Nurse!
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you get him to medbay. He is going to need some. He's gonna need some long-term medical attention, but he should be good. He did take a phaser shot to the chest, point blank. That should have killed him.
Okay, well, he's not dead yet.
He's not dead, Jim.
He's not dead yet, Jim. So what are you guys gonna do now?
Maybe go and sell more of the cultists.
Maybe go over to the ruin,
Not
or do you
not yet.
still want to
There
stick
is
with
a
us?
point. There is a point at which I'm gonna go back to the ruins. It is not right this second.
Oh my.
Okay. Okay, Chief, report. Are the prisoners... Is the
Yes,
prisoner
sir.
in the brick?
All
We're going in for a joint interrogation of the one which tried to escape.
Well, sir,
Oh.
how are our nurses at erasing short-term?
Do we have a device for that? Computer, do we have a device for that?
Yeah, erasing short-term memory is certainly something that can be done. It's not super easy, and it's best done under the supervision of a trained medical professional who knows what they're doing.
Well, we've got 4. Statistically, we're bound to at least have one of them.
What's your play here?
So my plan, is now that I know that they took out the one person who could do it or could foul up the mission, I would erase their memory and then basically go in and say, you only had one person who could have messed up your plan, but you failed in time. It was clever, and have them kind of not realizing that it's already happened types.
Well, you have
Oh,
4 people, so you could just pull in another person.
well, and even then, erasing someone's short-term memory is, you can only maybe erase, like, the past day or so.
Okay, so this happened a while ago then.
remember
Okay,
they basically
in
gave
case, never
away
mind.
to they basically gave away to you uh what part of their what they needed to accomplish was.
To kill the ambassador.
Yeah, and
I
that was about a
assume?
week ago.
Okay.
So they already know that that's a thing. Like, and even if you erase the memories of the last day, they'll still know that's a thing.
They still know it. Yeah. Okay. Guess I could continue interrogating one at a time, see if any of them.
Hmm. Let me just find a place to put this. Monarch Bridge, Science Lab, corridor. Let me just throw us back on this map then. This map. Doop, doop. That works. Okay. So how are you gonna play this one?
Basically same thing as the last time. Try to play on the overcome. Try to get them to accidentally say something they shouldn't. Maybe using what I know to help.
Okay, go for it.
What's the role?
Okay, give me present security. Opposed.
Okay. Do we have a momentum?
No. Actually, we
Okay.
do. We do. Yes, we do. Yeah.
All right. I will take that for an extra dice. I'll use interrogation as focus. And away we go.
Oof.
Of course.
And then it's insight security.
Rolling like a pro today.
Uh, I'm gonna say with that complication, normally the victory would go to the attacker. Unless you want to spend a determination.
I don't think any of my determinate unless you're going to let me use brimming with confidence in
I
my
will totally let you use
interrogation
brimming with
skills.
confidence.
Yeah, that's not crap.
So reroll 2.
All right. Roll 2.
Nice. You generate 2 momentum, and you're a veteran, right?
Yes.
So roll. Oh nope, you do not get it back. Oh well. But you handily beat him. Look, he was digging a little too deep. He got close.
Close to what?
We have someone in a particularly good position, and should he find what we're looking for, he'll shake Vulcan society to its core.
Oh, how will you accomplish this devious plot?
Well, not even I know that.
Well, I'm sure that you know a little bit more than you're telling me. Unless you're low on the totem pole.
Give me an insight security check, difficulty of 2.
Okay. Come again?
I said
You
insight
may
security difficulty
still-
2. And interrogation focus comes into play.
Okay.
And you get that momentum back. Jueza, what you're figuring from this is not only does he not know because he's low on the totem pole, but you figure that part of the reason he doesn't know is because it hasn't the thing that they need to quote unquote shake Vulcan society to its core, whatever it is that they need, they don't have it yet.
Ah. So your whole grand plan could very well come unraveled as you don't even have this import. And from the sounds of it, you don't even know where to look.
And he stops, and again he realizes that he's just been had, and he clams up.
Okay. I will put him away, go to prisoner number 3, and I'm basically saying, the other one told me that you're looking for this important device.
I'm gonna spend 2 threat. This one also clams up on you. As soon as you mention, as soon as you make it clear that you know what's going on, he clams up.
Okay. So that's what, 3?
That's all of them. You've interrogated all of them by this point.
Okay.
Well, by all of them,
Okay.
not the one who tried to escape, but he's currently quite out.
Yeah. Alright, so I will go find, well, I'll put him safely back in the brig and make sure that no one else has gotten out. And I will relay the information that I have learned to our great and glorious leader.
Glorious leader, who currently is on the bridge.
Then I shall go upon the bridge. Captain, a word, please.
Go ahead, Chief.
I've got some useful information out of the prisoners. I've also learned how to duplicate myself so I can be in 2 places.
Shush.
It confuses the hell out of my prisoners.
Tell me more about the duplication.
Well, I pulled myself back together, sir. But at any rate, it sounds like they're looking for some sort of device that could throw chaos into Vulcan society. However, the good news is they haven't found it yet. Apparently, the ambassador was snooping around trying to find the device, perhaps, and got a little too close to what they felt could be either the device or some piece of information that they're looking for the device. They felt they needed to eliminate the threat.
I see. We don't know what this device is, correct?
No, sir. They
In fact, you don't
didn't
even know if
want
it.
to.
You don't even know if it is a device.
I actually don't even know if it's a device. However, it is some object or relic or something that apparently would, in their minds, cause havoc and chaos. They have mentioned chaos a number of times, so perhaps that will give us a hint to what they're looking for.
Mr. Bisbee, any word from the away team?
Unfortunately not, Captain. As is shown in the ship's records, their shuttle went to the Vulcan Forge region of Vulcan. Communications and sensor readings into that area are extremely difficult to get. The interference is heavy.
I see. I see. How is Lieutenant Zonin looking in medbay?
And at this point, the Biss says, let me check. And he runs over to one of the science terminals, presses a couple buttons, and he says, currently his condition is stable but unchanging.
I see. Well, Mr. Bisbee, I don't suppose you could get us closer to where the away team's shuttle has landed. Perhaps we might make some contact. Sure.
Well, it would be hard to it would be hard to get any signal in from orbit.
What you're saying is we need to go down. Is that correct?
Yes, although landing a shuttle might be a bit difficult. However, and he looks around and he says, the Hadfield could do it.
Landfall?
And, what's his name? CPO Amari turns around in his chair and he says, yeah. I mean, we've brought this thing underwater before. I think it could probably stand up to the damaging effects of the forge. If a shuttlecraft
Yes.
can do it, why not
Please
us?
don't remind me. Don't remind me of that. Commander Vela kept complaining that we had fish stuck in our nacelles for a straight month. But
Think
yes,
he complained
fine.
about that.
Prepare the Hadfield for landfall. Yes, he did. Prepare the Hadfield for landfall. We're going to make it.
Aye, sir. And I will turn on. So you're gonna call for it's blue alert.
Yep, we're making land.
And Biss says, very well. Sounding blue alert. That should do it. Hold on a moment. There we go. Alright. To bring the Hadfield down to the planet's surface will be a control con difficulty, I'm gonna say 3 check.
I'll roll for him.
You're gonna activate Zumo Omari.
Yes.
Would you like to give him something?
Is there a specific focus that could apply to this? I mean, precision maneuvers or helm operations probably would. So.
Definitely. If you want to give him a value.
I'm good. No, I'm good on giving him anything. So.
Well, you do need to give him something since you brought him back. Maybe increase an attribute or a discipline. Or I think you've already increased an attribute.
We'll increase his con to 5.
Sure.
Is he a veteran?
Well, no, but he is now.
Oh. So.
Give him a momentum for an extra die.
So that should be 3.
What did you say the difficulty was?
Difficulty 3.
Okay.
Oh, and assisted by the ship's engines con.
Not as much. We don't need it.
Let's see what the ship does. Actually... Oh, you guys have the improved reaction controls, I think, which says That actually might have only been
it
difficulty
only
2.
activates. No, it only activates when there's an active obstacle blocking our trajectory.
No, I think in this case it's if the engine's difficulty goes up because of environmental factors, which it absolutely did. I just have to quickly check.
Oh, we generate a moment.
Well, I'm trying to see if you generate 1 or 2, because you might have, or sorry, to see if you generated none or 1. You generate EMH, improved reaction controls. Obstacles or hazards reduce the difficulty by 1. That was a hazard. There was a hazard there, so you get a momentum.
Cool.
As the Hadfield makes planetfall in the nighttime desert of the Vulcan Forge. You have Bisbee says, "All right, attempting to get a lock on the away team's position. Would you like him to make that roll, or would someone else like to try and make the roll?"
Yes.
Hmm?
Well, what's it gonna be? Security or
It is
science?
going to be. It is going to be. I think. Yeah, if you're trying to track down the comm badges, I'll say insight engineering. Insight engineering assisted by the ship, or insight engineering, or I'll allow Jueza to make this roll with insight security assisted by the ship's sensors security. Difficulty 3 brought down by 1 by the ship's sensors. So difficulty 2.
There we go. The ship managed to roll a nat 1, so go ahead. Or, well, you know.
So, give me insight security.
That'll do it. That'll do it. We generated, what momentum did we generate from
1.
this? We can just negate that. Yeah, we'll just negate it.
Okie doke. You have a ping. It's underground.
Sir, it appears to be underground.
Darn.
Can we get an exact location, Chief?
Maybe.
Good.
I'll get back to you on that.
Yes, no, you can get an exact
Thanks,
location.
Chief.
Oh, yes, of course. Was there ever any doubt?
Never with you, Chief. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to make sure those prisoners are nice and tight in their prisons. And make sure they stay there.
Mhm.
Permanent.
Yeah, so you'll know now that that will not be a problem. The only reason that that the guy was able to get out in the first place was because of the nurse.
Silly nurse.
Yeah, of course.
The nurse
Well-
the nurse apparently picked up some odd readings from one of the prisoners, and when she went in to check on him, he attacked her.
They didn't actually get us with the sit-man routine. Please tell me they didn't actually get us with the sit-man routine.
Yes, they did. They got him with the
Mr. Biz-
they got him with the please help routine.
Mr. Bisbee, contact with the away team.
Hang on. Hold on a sec. Let me just do something real quick. Hi, sir. I'll try to break through the interference. It's still pretty bad down here, but I think I should be able to get through. And with that, we are gonna cut down to the planet's surface, and I'm gonna bring in a new picture. If it will if we'll play nice. Oh dear, hang on, computer's freezing up. Give me a minute, my computer is just dying.
It's dying a horrible.
Yeah. It does it from time to time, usually when I'm trying to bring in a file. I want that one. I just love when like the file selector on my web browser just dies. There we
It
go.
happens.
If you would give it a minute, it's gotta load in the picture. Come on, load. Anyhow, here's where I'm gonna go with this then. You two continue walking, and finally, it all opens up into a large cavern. You guys have been walking for an additional maybe 10 minutes or so. You encounter no further trouble. So you were able to move a little bit quicker now that everything isn't trying to kill you or mess with your head as far as you've been able to tell.
Very good.
Yeah, that's very good. That's a very good thing. When finally it all opens up into this big cavern, it's clear that this place wasn't completely carved out. There's some amount of this is a combination of carved out by, manually. But also, not. There's an amount of natural erosion. And, come on, will you load? There it is. Come on. Come on. There we go. There you go. You guys see that now? And I'll put this on the map layer. And I'll pull in the tokens. Orgon. And block. You guys there?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep,
y'all just went very
just,
quiet for a minute.
Yep.
There you go. And, oh yeah, Miss Ellie's there too. Come on. Load. Load, damn it. You walk in, and yes, you see this. This appears to be the end of the line, so to speak. It's standing here at the top of these stairs. You see Jed Zaumel.
Mel.
Hmm?
Just trying to get her attention. Just trying to get her attention there.
She turns around and says, "Oh, you followed me."
Yes, we left the encampment.
I was not expecting you to follow me.
Care to elaborate?
Hang on a sec. Did you say something?
Care to elaborate?
Well, I thought I'd covered up my tracks pretty well when I left for the evening, but I guess this excursion is going to be more than just me right now.
I don't like the sounds of that.
I just, well, since you made it this far, I guess, I guess you were able to overcome the, psychic phenomenon inside this place.
We have had some visions, yes.
Yep, so have I. Not pleasant, she says.
Care to explain why you, without telling anyone, and what you're doing in this place?
Hang on. Okay, I'm sorry, what was the question?
Care to explain why you left and what you're doing in this place?
Well, I had a hunch, and I figured that it'd be better to investigate it on my own than let one of those fellows from the academy swoop in and get all the credit in the end.
This is really about credit.
Of course it is. That's what all archaeology is about. That's what all science is about.
Hmm. Well, you've made the discovery. Perhaps we should go back and report it.
Oh, no. I'm not done yet. Hang on, I think. Here we go. Figured I'd. Oh, no.
What else is left?
What?
What else is left?
I'm close, I think. I think. I think what's in here is exactly. is exactly what Vareth left behind in his tomb. Here, take a look. And she motions up at, there are even more, there are even more, carvings on the wall above you. He says, "Now, I'm not gonna jump to conclusions, but I've had a theory running for a while now, and I think I might be right. But I want a second opinion."
Uh, well, you know, we need the archaeologists, but we could take a look, I suppose.
Okay. Rugan, would you like to take a look?
Almost.
So, this will be a reason science. Difficulty of 4, brought down by 1 to a difficulty of 3. By your, what's it? Testing a theory into practice.
Theory into practice.
And the way I'm going to rule this is that there are 3 sections to this mural. Actually, so how I'm going to run this is this, I think. It'll actually only be difficulty 1. For each momentum spent afterwards, you decode another part of the mural.
Alright then, so I guess I'll take it.
So you're
Should I
already
use
rolling
one, I
3
wonder?
dice.
Yeah. Yep.
Alright now, unfortunately I don't have any, I do not have any focuses that will help. However, I've got 4 dice. And what type of roll is that again? What type of roll?
You're going to be rolling reason, science. I only count those first 3. It's only those first 3.
Oh, good.
Because you were only supposed to
Oh,
roll.
good. Good, I was quick then.
That is 2 successes. So you managed to decode the first mural, parts of the first mural and parts of the second mural. The first mural appears to be showing Voreth looking to a figure that appears to be it is not actually glowing, but it's got like these sort of radiant lines off of it, and it appears to be carved out of a darker stone, sort of a granite, a more pebbly granite, than the reddish sandstone around you. And the figure appears to be reaching out to Voreth. Sistine Chapel style. That's the first mural. The second mural that I assume you're going to spend that momentum you would generate off the task to decode the next one?
I'll certainly do that thing.
Okay, next mural shows Voreth holding an item in his hands, his cupped hands. It appears to be disc-shaped, with sort of these radiating spirals in a very geometric formation, but the disc is radiating the same light. Has the same lights of radiant that the figure in the previous mural had. You see what this means, right? Mel says to you, Rugan.
Sorry about that. I got distracted for half a moment.
So you see what this means, don't you?
Hmm. I think I'm approaching an understanding, yes. This is... Again, this could be very, very significant.
And I'm waiting for Rugan to give the explanation because I don't want to be just giving exposition the whole time.
Oops.
It's like I could say it, but I want to give you a chance to say it.
I know, but you said it already.
Huh?
I know, kid. Indeed. This is interesting. It is a record that I do believe may shed a great deal of light into what I thought we knew, as it were.
Contact.
Indeed.
And as far as we know, and she turns to you, Volok, Vulcan's first contact.
It is absolutely a point of history in this is an indefatigable point of
And I
is a
think,
center point for the Vulcan race moving forwards.
and in here, I think is whatever the figure in that mural gave to Voreth. Now, I don't know what it does, but I think it might be the source of those psychic interferences we've been experiencing. If this relic could be recovered and properly studied, then she turns back to you guys and says, this could shake Vulcan society to its core. And at this point, Volok, your comm badge chirps.
Bum, bum, bum.
This is Volok.
Go ahead. You know, it's.
So,
actually, no.
Chirp it
it's,
again.
It would be Jueza, then. Or actually, it would be No, it would be you'd be getting a feed to the bridge. So just, Captain.
Commander Volok, this is Captain Jacoby. What is your status? Over.
And Volok, it is
We're
very grainy.
currently-
The signal is very grainy.
Gotcha. Captain, having some difficulty able to get any response from you. Given we're in the forge. But we're currently looking for some artifact important to Vulcan history.
Commander made planetfall just a couple of well, I don't know how far our camps. We believe that there's a serious threat to Vulcan's security, and we need to pull out. This artifact that you're searching is exactly what they're searching for.
Who is they, Captain?
The ones who blew up our Romulans. The terrorists.
Well, let Rugan and Mel know. Rugan, the captain's got.
Aye, sir.
Seems some Romulans, part of it's best to say cult, are
cult?
after this artifact.
What kind of cult?
Why is it Wait a
What kind of cult?
It's Romulans. Again, their goal is generally to be performed they feel is the most, well, disruptive at the time.
What?
They worship an old Vulcan deity, pursuing chaos in its essence.
Tosek?
And hope.
She just sort of
Yes.
quirks an eyebrow. Actually, Vergon, you've also heard of Tosek, because you grew up on Vulcan. It's one of
Indeed,
those...
the followers of Tosek.
Huh? You've heard of him? You don't know a ton about
Indeed,
him?
the followers of Tosek.
Huh?
He said,
Never
indeed,
mind.
the followers of Tosek. Indeed.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, we've had some run-ins with them.
So, what's the plan then? Do we take the artifact and get out of here? And at that moment,
We
you hear
might need
another
to if they're after it.
And then at that point, you hear another voice say, "No. What will be happening is I will be walking out of here with it." And you see a figure has walked up right behind Dr. Maselli and is holding a knife to her.
So now we have another hostage. Oh. And who is the figure? Do we know them?
Both of you give me insight security rolls. Difficulty of 2. Nice. And Vlok?
Sorry, is it?
No, you don't get it, but Rugan does. Rugan, you recognize that voice. He only said a sentence, but you recognize the voice. That's adjunct to Pym. You remember him. He was the Dr. Prosek's assistant.
Because of course it is. The assistant. To make sense.
And he looks up at you, looks to Dr. Maselli, looks back to you guys. He shrugs, and he takes off the mask, revealing sort of the roundish Vulcan face that you saw earlier. Huh? And he says,
Nothing, never mind.
"Well, I suppose it doesn't matter. None of you will be leaving here alive anyway. Well, other than her." And he motions the knife to Maselli, says, "We'll see how long that lasts. Won't we?" Now,
Do you really believe? Do you really believe you'll be able to leave? Our ship has landed on their way.
yes, but I still have the upper hand here. And, he again motions with the knife, says, "Now, if you would all kindly step out of the way, I'll be taking my prize."
Here, point of order. Is there anything directly just preventing us from clocking him with a break? There's like 5 of us. There's one of him, and
Well,
And a hostage.
There are three of you, and there are three of you, and one of him, and a hostage.
Remember what I said about the Federation being a Hydra, guys?
Exactly.
Oh
Cut
my
off
god.
one head and we'll bring up several more.
Yes, just kill the silly character while she's not.
Acceptable losses.
Sorry, Dr. Viselli, we killed you when you weren't around.
Nah, it's the doctor.
You know
Well, it's
what?
too bad the doctor isn't here. She'd talk him into a submission.
Great. Great.
Seriously, he'd be about halfway to the goddamn altar and she'd have just lectured enough about his complexion and such. But fine, just fucking take her muck. In the name of Pivot, just shut her up.
You guys get it, though. You guys get the picture.
Yes, indeed.
So,
Yes,
up to you guys. Are you
Nation,
gonna
didn't we?
step aside, or are you gonna do something else?
we just got communication from the.
Yeah, we did. So let's
Let's just get him to beam Maselli the fuck out.
say let's for a moment, and then just maybe. I don't think be forge, but we could
There,
be-
yes.
yeah, I don't know.
Half of them out. Because either way we'll have it. Well, either way we'll have a profitable.
So you guys are gonna step out of the way for now.
For the moment, yes.
Yeah. It's like let's see what this fool does, and possibly if we could do it when he's not looking.
and he puts her behind him as he slowly reaches over to the the big box that's sitting right in front of him, and he picks it up and he presses a button at his side. And let me see if this
What
works.
do?
Huh? What?
What does the button do?
Yeah, I'm
But-
working on that. I've already spent all my threat. That's not a good thing for me.
Yes, it is.
It's not a good for me. Oh, I'm sorry. That was supposed to be control engineering. It still would have been a 0. Might not work. This might not work. Uh-oh. Oof. Let me at least find the sound effect so I can play the fun sound effect. But it won't matter. Because he failed. Did you guys hear that? There. As a transporter beam envelops him, but then it fizzles out, and he looks around and he says, "What? You was not
You
expecting
do
that."
realize you're in the Ford. Yeah. Is it possible to get him to stun him?
Go ahead. Who wants to pull their phaser?
I say Rugon's because he has the highest control security.
Well, saying Regan is the highest control security and it's like saying Macelia. It's technically true, but fuck, man.
Actually,
Yeah,
a
I know,
13,
right?
well, a 13 isn't too bad. That is a respectable
Okay.
control security roll.
Well, it's fair, I
Given that
suppose.
like
He
the
is a
low
Klingon.
end of rolls is like an 8 or 9. Like 8, 9, and 10 is the low end. So I'm gonna pull your phaser and fire. Control security.
Alright, that's fair, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull my phaser and shoot that man.
Difficulty
Shoot the fool.
difficulty 2.
Probably Macelia, let's be realistic, but let's try. It's just a phaser, she'll be fine.
You could give me a threat.
Yeah, could go stick my dick in a blast.
Okay.
I don't try to know it's a poor plan. Alright, so control security.
Yeah, control security. 2 dice, unless you want to give me a threat.
Now I'm going to go for the 2 dice.
You hit him.
There we are.
Roll your phaser.
Quick draw, Rugan.
Just gonna roll
Here, did you need more from me? Did you
roll
have
your
that?
roll your
Easy.
phaser.
Yeah.
You gotta roll damage.
I'm so rarely shoot people in this game, I forget how it works.
You go down to your phaser and click the little. Oh, there you go.
I've done the thing.
That's. Oh my god.
That's very good.
That's.
Indeed, I made sure to turn it sideways first.
He turns his face. Holds his face.
Kill shot. Kill shot.
And with one expertly placed phaser shot, he goes knocking back. But I do have to make a roll first.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Oh no. And as he clatters
Oh
back,
no.
as he clatters back into the wall, he drops the box. And it cracks open. All of a sudden, you all hear just
Oh,
this
great, we just let out the Ark of the fucking Covenant.
Yep.
Paw race again.
a ringing sound just reverberates throughout the chamber you're in. It's like a screaming in your ears as sand starts
Computer,
to...
answer that telephone.
Huh?
Never mind.
As sand just starts to kick up all around you. And slowly, figures start to emerge from the sand. Some of them are figures that you don't recognize. Others are very familiar. Rugan, your parents walk out of the sand, carrying batleths. Valak, you see a very familiar female Vulcan carrying a Lurpa, and flanking behind them are a half a dozen Jem'Hadar.
Wait, what? No. Okay.
You killed me,
Lieutenant, I best
ki-
we leave.
You killed me, Volok. And as advancing on you, Rugan, you dishonored us, Rugan. And as the Dominion soldiers walk forward, you killed them, Doctor. You killed him, Doctor.
Not thoroughly enough.
Lieutenant, leave.
Sir, I do believe you're correct.
How are you gonna do this?
Okay. Attempt to back out. If we can.
Well, currently there is nothing behind you guys but a wall. And this slightly cracked open box on the floor.
I believe that this may not be something we can cover.
I'll leave it to you guys to what you do.
I do believe that we may end up needing to face this, Commander.
Very well.
Okay.
I will admit, the most plausible thing about this is that I am aware the people in question are in fact approximately 300 miles from here.
Well, as they approach, I'd like each of you to give me Control Command, difficulty 3 checks. Feel free to use any determination you may have, if you have a value for it.
Well, I believe I do have a value that plays.
And I will send you a thing, Valak, so you can. You have a value you can use, and I'll tell you how it applies.
All right.
Yeah, I think that the eager to prove itself absolutely applies for.
Hang on. Okay, what value are you using, Ragon?
Eager to prove himself.
I will allow that because you are trying to prove that you have.
Yep, and I'll go meant to be with the stars.
Yep. And I will let each of you, starting with Valak, I think, I will let each of you make your make your plea to your respective folks.
Here, what kind of role does it need to be again?
It is control command.
Oh, I'm real bad at those.
You only need one success.
And there is a momentum.
Because you're a boss ass bitch. And, just for the lulls.
Okay.
Let me see. Oh yeah, I'll say that. I'll say that any of those count. I'll just quickly roll for Doc Maselli. Just see what she gets. And I'll say she uses one of her values, because she has a couple that apply here. Nice. She gains you guys another momentum. So, Valak, you go first. What do you say?
Oro,
Hmm?
you did not. No, you were arranged to be married, but you chose for love. No. You're the one that called for the challenge. I can't help it that I can't help it that the one you wanted to marry fell. I can't help it that you took his place in the challenge. You. No. I didn't kill you. You're the one that took the place. You're the one that chose. This is not on me. I left this behind. Go.
And Rugan, what do you say to your parents? Rugan, you there?
Rugan is going to say,
No, I am afraid that what I am the closest that I am mending.
Oh, sorry, that's my fault. I keep sending you memes. I'm sorry. I'm
God damn
sorry,
it.
please.
Worst time for that.
That was a really good one.
I'll repost it. I'll repost it here so everyone.
No, please, I want to keep this going.
No. If anything, it's I who is returning honor to this name. You who is dishonoring our house, sneaking around in the dark like rats, trying to undermine things just in game. That is not honor.
And I'll have one of these that I'll do with Maselli next time as she recounts it. But we'll get there. And together, all of them just stop their advance. They look at each other. They look back at you, and they say, "You are all in control of your emotions. You will do well in the tests to come. We chose well. Now act wisely." and slowly they all fade into these just sort of amorphous figures of just black outlines with just sort of these twinkling little specks. They don't look like stars, but just these twinkling little specks in them. And then slowly they all fade from existence. And the sandstorm subsides. And you're all back there.
Okay. So, our nice, I'm going to assume Romulan friend
Oh, he's still
laying on his butt. Yep.
He's still out.
Okay.
And the container is open. The container is open, and you see this black disc inside that appears to be flecked with small whitish specks.
Interesting. He invented compact media.
And you guys kind of vaguely
Lieutenant,
and it looks like you get the feeling it's like pulsating a little.
Lieutenant, can you tell if it's, in a sense, active? I believe we'll need to leave here.
It's active.
Now, if you wanna look into it, sure. Give me a reason science, difficulty of 3, to scan it with your tricorder.
All right, reason science it is.
Feel free to take momentum.
Do the science. Science.
Are you gonna take a momentum?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Sure,
Okay,
I might as well
take them all.
have used them already, you know.
Take them all. I mean,
You can only
Yeah,
take
get
one out
one.
of the 2.
yeah, I know.
And you do it.
Well,
Ragon, you don't know exactly what kind it is, but this is putting off some intense high energy waves that it's quite possible. It looks like they're attenuated to perfectly, and you have no idea how hard it is to get any kind of energy to do this. It is a perfectly attenuated to bounce off of stone.
No, that is interesting.
So what that likely means is that that probably explains why those specific rooms caused the effects like that. If you spend that last, essentially, if you spend that last momentum, I'll basically answer what was going on.
yeah.
the
well,
momentum.
All in
yeah,
favor of spending the fuck bro momentum?
There you go. Just
Explain the spooky.
Explain the spooky. So, Ragon, remember that like thing you touched earlier in the episode, and it made you go woo?
I do tend to poke things, yes.
Yes. That was basically a conduit for these waves, and those rooms that you were in, basically they were the outputs for those conduits and functioned like echo chambers.
Lieutenant,
Alrighty then.
if it's safe, perhaps we should move it and our guests so that when the crew arrives, they'll be prepared.
Indeed, that might be the safest course.
Agreed. I'll see to it that this, and she picks it up, is kept safe. looks like you guys have your hands full with our uninvited guest.
Oh man, it's like part of the problem with being a Vulcan. It's like, God damn it, Mel, this is all your damn fault. But anyway, yes. Okay, so we shall round up our guest and head back to the entrance.
And oddly, you don't
Put in a call to the crew.
You don't experience any ill effects. Oh, I feel really bad now. Oops. You guys will see all this later. If you go back and rewatch the video. Whoops. You were supposed to see this.
Oh well. Theater of the mind work.
I guess I did okay enough with the theater of the mind.
Indeed it did.
Alright. So, we are gonna cut to later on the Hadfield Bridge. Where, you guys haven't left the planet's atmosphere yet. But, I need to crop that picture of you, Valak. And Tazonin is not back to work yet. Dr. Maselli is probably going to still be looking after him for now, along with the rest of her charges after this whole affair. Your prisoner has been put. Your prisoners have been put in the brig, and Starfleet security has informed you that they will be sending someone to pick them up.
Good.
Oh, good.
Officer, get me all Vulcan.
Aye, sir. And slowly the Hadfield lifts up and shoots off into orbit of Vulcan. You have your continuing
Well,
orders.
sir?
Huh?
Yep. How was your leave?
Could have been better, Commander. Could have been better. How was your leave?
Agreed.
Yes. Now, our continuing mission is to explore the galaxy,
Yep.
to find new worlds and new civilizations,
Yep, in
to
fact.
boldly go.
Indeed.
Are you gonna let me finish?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you gonna
Sorry.
to boldly go where no one has gone?
Yes. Here, I can play a thing I've got. The I have some music.
Look, are you going to let me finish my speech or not? No, Captain.
Yeah. So you do have your orders for going forward. As soon as the map loads for me, I can point it out to you guys. The Hadfield is currently at as soon as the map loads and like is properly rezzed for me. This map always
but
takes
come on, blurry map.
Huh? Is it blurry for you guys too?
Blurry
Nothing.
maps are great, yeah.
No, it's not blurry for me. See where we are. Currently, we're still parked at Solstice.
Yep. Yeah, I'm waiting for the map to load, then I can do it. And I can do it. Come on.
So we're gonna be hitching a ride, I assume.
No. I think I'll end the recording here. That was the third and final part of The Voice of Reason. Thank you, anyone who is watching this after the fact. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.